This reading is for the month of December 2020. But before I dive into your tarot reading, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the skies this month. We start out with a new moon total eclipse of the sun on the 14th. That actually will be visible for people that live in Argentina and Chile. But in terms of what it means for you astrologically, my friend, it is a fiery new moon. It is in Sagittarius. It's sort of being positively aspected by Mercury and Mars. And what that means is that this is going to be a great time around the 14th to express yourself, express your ideas, get together with others and plan something fabulous and new for the new year. I think you'll be filled with energy, passion, and want to do something. So do something, okay? Then on the 29th of the month, we have a full moon in Cancer. It's very much an opposite energy. It's in a water sign. Neptune's hanging around, making some of us feel nostalgic or homesick. And it'll just be a time to be more inward focused and journaling, and a great time really to make sure you're just around people that you like, who love you and support you, because sometimes there's a bit of unpredictability with a full moon, okay? And so when you got a lot of emotions just up on the surface, you don't really want that. But it is the entrance into the new year. I just picked a card for you that really shows what the overarching energy of December is going to be for you, and it's the card of balance. And what this means is that throughout the month, please try to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, taking care of your responsibilities, getting good sleep, and again, especially around that full moon, do not let any crazy makers into your life who put you off balance emotionally, okay? This is a beautiful card, and it's a good card for peace, for blending friends together, families. It's great for art, right? Taking two different ideas and synergizing them. It's very much about synergy. So go for synergy, not polarization, in the month of December, because there really is love everywhere. All right, let's see what else. Ooh. Wow, nice. So just right at the beginning here, right in the core of your reading, we start with this card, which is the Eight of Wands. It's very, very much about just having a sense of forward movement and actually getting some help from the universe, and a break from the universe, because it actually is really combining well with this energy that I like to just think of as the road to recovery. It's a 6. It talks about, after a difficult time, getting some breaks and having easy forward movement. And that is where we are starting for you. And what's interesting about that is that leads right into this energy of like, wow, maybe something you've been wishing for so long finally happens, and it moves you forward so fast that suddenly you're at another boundary. And you're like, oh my God, now I've got to jump. Now, for some of you, maybe you've had financial problems, you haven't been able to find a job. This would say you found the job and things are getting better, and all of a sudden they're like, and now we want you to even get a promotion. And you're sort of like, oh, okay, am I going to do this? So it's almost like for many of you Tauruses, a dam is going to break this month. Maybe you've been frustrated financially, career-wise, with your living situation, and finally, the dam breaks, but then there's so much built up behind it that you are taken to even a new level that you are like, whoa, oh my God, Now, this isn't a bad thing, but what I will say is, ooh, that's great. You know, as you move forward and you get offered more opportunities this month, I really, you know, there's two things that you need to know. Let me try and get these cards up. These are in your outcome. Number one, you don't owe anybody any explanations for your actions or your decisions. And number two, do not feel forced into deciding if you're not ready to decide. These two energies are really like, do not decide until you're ready to decide. So, like I said, for many of you, it's finally going to be like something that you wanted happens, and you know what they say, be careful what you wish for, but I don't think that's a bad thing. But what I will say is, as you're being almost moved forward with momentum, do not feel pressured into making decisions you don't want to make, because your outcome is this. This is the card of victory. And what that means is that you're a good person, you built strong foundations, and that is oftentimes very, very true for Tauruses. They take risks sometimes, but most of the time they like to have solid foundations. So don't do anything reckless because you're feeling pressured by anybody, okay? Because this is like the card where people adore you and people want to know you, and you will be able to get what you need without making a decision you're not ready to make, okay? Now, this is interesting. Do you have all of them? Well, you have you have 3 8s in your reading. And 8s are just an interesting energy. I like 8s. They're moving towards a new era, is what they're about. So you have this energy in the center of your reading, inside of yourself, and in your relationship sector, all of which talking about you are like only a couple steps away from a new era. And so you've come a really far way, but like I said, it's almost like the dam's going to break and you're going to be moved into a whole new territory sooner than you think. And very interestingly enough, you have this 8 of Pentacles in your love and relationship area. This is very much an independent card of someone who really marches to the beat of their own drummer, and they are willing to wait for what they want. So I know that many of you Tauruses right now in relationship are willing to forego something that is not right for you in order to wait for what you want. And that is fine, because I just don't think you can ever be too picky. I know sometimes people say you can. I don't really buy that. Being quote unquote picky is us listening to what we want and what our hearts tell us we want, right? So this is showing you being willing to wait for what you want. I will tell you, your outcome says you may have many admirers, so you get to wait for what you want. And for those of you in a relationship, like I said, that may feel like it's moving too fast, do not feel pressured into making a decision in relationship until you're ready, okay? You have the Lovers hanging around. That's, you know, this is very much, love is very much on the mind of many of you. But instead of having a person here, we have the High Priestess, which means it's really important for you to listen to yourself this month, Taurus. And I don't care if you're single, partnered, or in a limbo relationship. When it comes to relationships, primary relationships and relationships with others this month, it's really all about integrity, honesty, and definitely only doing what you feel like you are ready to do or what you want to do in relationship. I hope you found this informative. I am going to be doing a short reading next week on the Great Conjunction on the solstice and how it may affect you. I'm also going to be doing a New Year's reading, so check back with me. And until then, happy holidays, my friend.